In our last video, we have discussed about equilibrium under perfect competition in the short run, and we have seen that in short run when price becomes equal to marginal cost and marginal cost curve is upward rising, a perfectly competitive firm reaches equilibrium. Now, when a perfectly competitive firm reaches equilibrium, it may enjoy supernormal profit, or it may enjoy normal profit, or it may enjoy negative profit, or it may incur loss. Now, this is the short run situation. Whenever the firm or the industry is moving towards long run, some adjustment takes place. Today, our intention is to discuss the long run equilibrium under perfect competition. Now, so let us suppose for the time being, all the firms in the industry or some of the firms in the industry are enjoying supernormal profit. That is, at the point of equilibrium, their average cost is less than average revenue. And when some of the firms are enjoying supernormal profit, firms staying outside the market may be attracted with the situation, and as they are attracted, they would tend to enter into the market. Now, the long run adjustment can be shown with the help of a suitable diagram. We have drawn a diagram which has two panels. In the left hand panel, we are measuring price in the vertical axis and quantity produced or quantity sold in the horizontal axis, and in the right hand panel we are measuring price, long run average cost, long run marginal cost in the vertical axis, and quantity produced or quantity sold in the horizontal axis. Now let us see the initial situation. These are the initial demand and supply curves, and initial demand and supply curves means market demand and market supply curve. Now, these market supply and market demand curves are drawn by horizontal summation of individual demand curves and individual supply curves. In the market, by the interaction between aggregate demand and aggregate supply, market price of the commodity is determined. And from this diagram we can see that OP1 is the price that has been determined in the market, and all the firms are price taker under perfect competition. So we may assume that all the economic agents, that means all the buyers or all the sellers, have to accept this price, OP1 price, and they are actually price takers. Now the equilibrium of the individual firm may be shown by this diagram, where we have seen that corresponding to that price, the position of long run average cost curve is such, and through its minimum point, long run marginal cost curve has gone. And from this diagram we can see that since LAC lies below price curve, all the individual firms are earning supernormal profit. Now, when all the individual firms are earning supernormal profit, some firms which are staying outside the perfectly competitive market may be attracted, and they would tend to enter into the market. As they enters into the market, what happens? Supply in perfectly competitive industry will increase. Now we know that as supply of any commodity increases, its price drops, and we can see from the left hand panel that price has dropped to OP2 level with the increase in supply. The new intersection point has defined this OP2 price level. And what happens as new firms enter into the industry, demand for raw materials as well as demand for all the factors of production will tend to increase. Now, if demand for factors of production increases or demand for raw materials increases, average cost of production also increases. And from this diagram we can see that due to increase in cost, we are moving from LAC curve to LAC prime curve, and this LAC prime curve has a new LMC curve also, that is shown by LMC prime. And it can be seen from this diagram that the new price, that is OP2, has become tangent to the new LSE. That is OP2 is tangent to LSE prime. Now when OP2 has become tangent to LSE prime, that means that all the individual firms are now enjoying just normal profit. They are not earning any supernormal profit. So if no firm earns supernormal profit, then other firms who are outside the market may not be attracted, and since no firms are earning any incurring any loss, so the firms within the industry may not have the intention to leave the market. So long run equilibrium may be denoted by a point that is given by point E. From this diagram we can see that long run equilibrium is established at point E, and when all the individual firms are in equilibrium, then industry automatically becomes in equilibrium. Since in this market structure it has been assumed that industry, all the individual firms are identical with respect to their demand structure as well as their cost structure. So equilibrium, long run equilibrium of individual firms also ensures long run equilibrium of the industry. So the entire thing happens in the following chronology. If most firms are making abnormal profits in the short run, this encourages the entry of new firms into the industry. This will cause an outward shift in market supply, forcing down the price. Demand for raw materials and factors also increases, causing average cost to increase, and the increase in supply will eventually reduce price until price becomes equal to long run average cost. So this is the movement from short run to long run, and short run equilibrium may be considered as volatile because since any firm may earn profit or any firm may lose, so new firms enters or some firms may leave the industry, so there occurs some sort of volatility in the market. But in the long run, since no such entry or exit takes place, we may say that this market long run equilibrium is far more stable, right? So long run equilibrium condition may be stated in the following way. We can say that the long run equilibrium condition is P equal to minimum of LSE, that is equal to LMC. So this is the long run equilibrium condition under perfect competition. So that's all from equilibrium of perfect competition. So we have learned all about equilibrium under short run and equilibrium under long run. In the short run equilibrium, we have seen that there were two equilibrium conditions. One was necessary condition and the other was sufficient condition. But in this case, there is only one condition in long run equilibrium, that is P must be equal to minimum of LSE and that must be equal to LMC. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you.